Hello class, this is the EMA review. Now, I'm going to start the question number 1. When it says fill in the blanks to make the statement true. 2 times as much as 4 is. Well, let's remember, is in mathematical terms means equal. And then times as much means to multiply. So, by replacing times as much right here, and right here, and right here, by replacing those, I know that that means multiplication. So 2 times 4 is 8. 10 times as much as 4, well 10 times 4 is 40. 500 is means equal. So we're looking at 5 equals 10 times as much as, and 5 times 10 gives me 50. So 5 times 100 will give me 500. So 10 times as much as, well, 10 is already one of my factors. Here's a 10. So what I'm going to have to do is 50 times 10, because I know that's going to give me 500. Let's do the work. 0 times 0, 0 times 1. Bring down the 0 because we're in the tens place. 5 times 0 is 0, 5 times 1 is 5, and that gives me, in fact, 500. So we go 500. 6,000 is, let's say, 10 times as much as, oh, it's already right here. 10 times as much as 600. I didn't even see that because I had all this massive work. So 10 times as much as 600 is 6,000. Now, I'm going to move on to the next part of my little test here, a little review. So I actually have to fold mine because my camera is in my way. Hopefully I don't fold it too bad. There we go. Solve each expression by writing the solution in unit form and in standard form. So standard form, 4 tenths and 3 ones. Well, I know that 4 tenths and 3 ones is 43 times 10. So when I multiply it by 10, my digits are going to shift. So I should have 430. In unit form, I should have 4 hundreds, 3 tens, and 0 ones. So I'm not going to write the 0 ones because that's already implied when I stop here. 2 hundreds, 3 tens. So that would mean 2 in the hundreds place, a 3 in the tens, and 0 in the ones. Times 10. Well, once again, times 10, my digits are just going to shift over to this side, to my left. So I should have 2,300 as my answer. So I have 2 in my thousands and 3 in my hundreds. Now 7,800. 7,800 would be like that. So this means that I would have 78,000, and that's 7 10,000s and 8 thousands. 6 thousands, 4 tens. 6 in my thousands place, 0 in my hundreds, 4 in my tens, and 0 in my ones. And that's divided by 10. Now when we divide, our shifts no longer go this way because that means we're getting bigger. Divide means we're getting smaller, so we have to go this way. So my 4 is going to shift over 1, and I should have 604. That's 6 hundreds and 4 ones. I'll explain this more to you right now. So, for example, if we have a ones place, a tens, a hundreds, and a thousands. Let's start with the 6 in our thousands. There's our 6, there's a 0, there's our 4, and there's our ones. When we divide by 10, our digits will shift down this way. That's causing our 4 and our 10s to go to our ones place. Oh, sorry. Didn't realize you couldn't see there. There we go. So it shifts on over to the next side. Now, I'm going to go to the next problem on our list. There we go. Last year, the apple orchard experienced a drought and did not produce many apples. But this year, the apple orchard produced 45,000 Granny Smith apples and 900 delicious red apples, which is 10 times as many apples as last year. How many apples did the orchard produce last year? So if the orchard produced 45,000 Granny Smith apples this year, let's write that down. 45,000 Granny Smith apples and 900 delicious red apples. So red delicious, RD for red delicious, which is 10 times as many apples as last year. So if it's 10 times, I know what that means to multiply. And we're talking about last year, which means we are going to need to go in the reverse order and divide by 10. Now if I put this into my place value chart, I will notice that my digits are going to shift. So my 9 should be in my tens place. So I should have 9 red delicious apples from last year, as well as this one. Here we go. We have a 4 in the thousands and a 5 in the hundreds. That's how many Granny Smith apples I had. So a sentence would be is last year. Oh, there we go. Sorry. Last year, sorry, I started writing a 4 for some reason. The orchard produced 4,500 Granny Smith apples and 90 red delicious apples. There's my sentence, so I circle it and boom, done. So let's go back to the back page. The back page has us compare two numbers by using the greater than, less than, and equal symbol, and then write the correct symbol in the circle. And as you notice, as I didn't make a circle, I made a little bracket, right? So the way we compare is we're going to start in our biggest number, and our biggest number in this case is 10 thousands. This one's the 100,000s. Well, there's only a 10 thousands, there's 100,000s here. This means that this number is greater. Right here I have 508,901. So I don't know what that looks like. So let's look at 508,000. That's 508,901. This one is 5,080. It looks like 5,089,100. This makes this number much, much bigger. 900,000, there's a 900,000 there. 8,000, there's an 8,000 there. 900s and 3 10s and 0 1s. That means these are equal. Watch right here. 900,000s, there's a 900,000 there. 8,000s, there's an 8,000 right there. 900s, here it is. And a 3 10s there, right there. Wow, these would be the same. It'll be 908 930. They're the exact same number. 900s, 5 10s, 5 10,000s, 9 1s. 900s, 5 10,000s, 9 1s. 6 10,000s, 500s, 9 1s. So I have a 10,000s here. It seems like this is in unit form because it's 900s instead of 900, 5,000. So this tells me that this is 5 in the 10,000s place. Then I have a 9 in my hundreds place. And I have a 9 in my ones place. 6 10,000s. Automatically I should know that I have a 60,000, which is already greater than our 50. This is where it gets just a little bit tricky right here. We have to be careful and make sure that we read everything. Arrange these numbers from least to greatest. So let's see, which one is the smallest number here? And it seems like it's going to be 820. So write that first, 820. Cross it out so we don't confuse ourselves. Next, let's look at, let's see, we have a 2 here, we have a 2 here. We have a 0, we have a 0, we have an 8, we have a 0. So this is our next smallest number, 2008. Cross that one out as well. Now let's look at our other 2000. We have 2080. Now we have 8,002. Look right here, 8, 8, put a 0, and this one has a 2, which makes this one much, much bigger. This will be the number that goes here. Now let's move on to number 6. And sorry, I know that there's an awkward little angle there, but we'll get through it. Arrange these numbers from greatest to least. greatest to least. That means the biggest number to the smallest number. So let's look right here. Let's see, I have a 7 in my 100,000s, a 7 in my 100,000s, 7 in my 100,000s, and an 8, but it's not 100,000, that's a 10,000. That makes it my smallest number. So I'm just going to go ahead and put it right here because I know that it's from biggest to smallest, and that's my smallest number so far. Now, look at the next number. I have a 2, I have a 0, and I have a 2, which this 0 indicates that this one is now smaller than these two numbers. So that one is going to go right here, 708,200. Now, as you see, I'm going this way now because we're going from greatest to least. I could have gone and found the biggest numbers, but my eye always goes to these little small ones instead. I have an 8 here and a 0 here, which makes this number smaller. So I have to put 720,800 in this slot. And now my last number, 728,000. Now, I'm going to just quickly glance over 728, 720, 708, and 87 from greatest to least. Now, I'm going to move on to these numbers right here. Fill in the blank for each equation. 10,000 plus 40,000. Well, there's a 1 in my 10,000s and a 4 in my 10,000s. So that'll give me 50,060. I have 999,000 plus 1,000. Well, that 9 is in my 1,000s place, so that's going to bump it up to 1 million. Because that 1's going to become a 10. That 10 can't stay there. We move the 1 here, that becomes a 10, then that becomes a 10, then we have to go 1 more, and that'll give us our number of 1 million. Well, look at this one. This is interesting. There's an equal sign. So 22 plus what equals 122? Sorry, 122,000. There's a 1 in my 10,000s place. Sorry, in my 100,000s place. I don't see a 1 in this one. So I'm going to add 100,000. And when I add these two numbers together, let's try it out. 100,000 plus 22,000 will give me a 1 in my 100,000s, a 2 in my 10s, a 2 in my 1,000s, 0, 0, 0. That's exactly what I have here. So, I'm going to bump on over to this one. This says, what's 10,000 less than 21,000? Well, 10,000 less will give me 11,195. Right here it says 100,000 less than 129,000. Here's a 1 here and a 1 here, which I know are going to end up canceling each other out. So I should have 29,231. Oh, look at this. 39,018 minus what will give me 38,000? Well, there's an 8 in my 1,000, there's a 9 in my 1,000, so if I subtract 1 from the 9, I'm subtracting 1,000. If I take away 1,000 from this, I should get 38,018. Now, this bottom portion is round to the nearest 1,000 and 10,000. So the nearest 1,000, let's do that one first. Here's my thousands place. The number next to this number is a 9, which means my 6 is going to go up by 1 number. Because remember, if it's 5 or above, it goes up by 1. If it's 4 or below, it stays the same. So the 9 is bigger than 5, so my 6 is going to go up by 1. And remember, everything to the left of the number that we underline comes with it. Everything to the right turns into a 0. That means that 9 turns into 0, the 0, the 0. So I should have 1, 2, 3 zeros. Then I should have the 7 for when we upgraded. And then everything from to the other side stays the same. So that is rounded to my 10,000s. Sorry, my thousands. That's my thousands place. Now, I'm going to do the 100,000s. There's a 5. The number next to it is a 6. It's going to round up, so I should have 4,600,000. I'm going to do one more on this side, and then I'm going to continue. Here is my 1,000s place. The number next to it is a 1. So my 4 stays the same, so I should have 34,000. Now, my 10s place, my 10,000s place here, I have a 3. 3 and the 4 next to it is less than 5. So it's going to stay the same. I should have 3, and then I should have 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't forget your little comma. There we go. I'm going to skip these two here because I feel like these should be used for practice for yourself. the same for this one. I'm going to give you guys practice with this one, rounding to the hundreds and the 100,000s place. These as well. But with these, I want to make sure that you guys highlight right here. Make sure you guys highlight what you're doing. This one says 10,000s, 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 100,000s, 100,000s, 100,000s. So please make sure that you read these carefully when you go over them. The back portion, I'm only going to go over 3 problems. This is adding. So I'm going to start my ones place. 8 plus 1 is 9. 6 plus 1 is 7. 2 plus 3 is 5. And then that's a 6 in my 6 plus nothing is 6. That's my answer for that one. Now I'm going to do E. Right down here is E. All nice and alone. 3 plus 4 is 7. 9 plus 1, that's 10. I can't put a 10 here, so I have to carry 1 over. I carried my 1 for my 10. Now I have a 0 and I have a 1. So 3 plus 1, that's 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 plus 2 is 10. Carry the 1 over. Oh, and it comes down with it. 10,807. Now the next one that I'm going to do is right down here. Just a little diagonal I made. Now 1 plus 5 is 6. 1 plus 4 is 5. 8 plus 4, that's 8. 9, 10, 11, 12. 2. Carry the 1. 6 plus 4, that's 10. Plus 1, that's 11. Bring over the 1. 4 plus 5. Sorry, 4 plus 1 is 5. 5 plus 5 is 10. There we go. Carry that over. 5 plus 3, that's 8. Plus 1, that's 9. So I should have 901,256. Now, the dreaded word problem. In September, Liberty Elementary School collected 32,537 cans for a fundraiser. In October, they collected 207,492 cans. How many cans were collected during September and October? Well, collected during September and October. So that's a total. So I'm going to be adding these two. 32,537 and 200. Oh, there we go. There I go. I made a mistake. I need to make sure that my numbers line up. I'm going to put my bigger number on top first. 207,492. Now I'm going to put this number here. Be very careful. I'm going to start with my ones place. The 7 in the ones place. The 3 in my tens. The 5 in my hundreds. The 2 in my thousands. And the 3 in my 10,000s. 2 plus 7, that's 7, 8, 9. 9 plus 3, that's 12. Carry my 1. 5 plus 5 is 10. Carry my 1. 7 plus 1 is 8, 9, 10. 1 plus 3, that's 4. And my 2. So they collected 240,029 cans during September and October. Let's move on to the next one. A baseball stadium sold burgers. 2,806 were cheeseburgers. 1,679 burgers didn't have cheese. How many burgers did they sell in all? Remember, in all means to add. So let's add all the burgers. We have 2,806 cheeseburgers, my favorite, and 1,679. We add those together. 6 plus 9, that's 15. Carry by 1. 1 plus 7, that's 8. 8 plus 6, that's going to give me, it seems like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 14. So it's 14. 8 plus 6 is 14. Here we go. 1 plus 2 is 3, and 3 plus 1 is 4. They sold 4,485 hamburgers in all. Now, for the dreaded problems of subtraction. I'm going to start with B, right there. 5 take away 2 is 3. 2 take away nothing is 2. 5 take away 5 is 5. 7 take away 3 is 4. And 1 take away 1 is 0. I have 4,023 for that answer. Now, let's see if I can find one where I have to regroup, or in this case, borrow. And E, it seems like I have to borrow. 0 plus 0 is 0, but 0 plus 7 we can't do. We have to borrow. So let's borrow from the 5. The 5 becomes a 4, and the 0 becomes a 10, because we borrowed 1 from here, which makes us a 10. 10 take away 7 will give us 3. 4 take away 4 is 0, and 6 take away nothing is 6. 6,030. Now let's go ahead and do H. Sorry, once again. There we go. There's H. 5 take away 5 is 0. 2 take away 1 is 1. 9 take away 8 is 1. 1 take away 4, you can't do that. If I have 1, I can't take away 4 from 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to borrow from my 3. My 3 becomes a 2, my 1 becomes an 11. 11 take away 4. Now that's a doozy. What do I do if I don't know? Well, I'm going to write a 4 right here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So from 4 I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 plus 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Give me 11. So that means 7 take away 4 is 7. 2 take away 0 is 2. And 4 take away 2 is 2. And that's our answer. If I wanted to check this one just to make sure it was correct, what I would do is take my answer, I'll do that right over here, 227,110, and then I can add it to any one of these numbers, and I'll add it to 204. 815. 0 plus 5 is 5. 1 plus 1 is 2. 1 plus 8 is 9. 4 plus 7, that's going to give me 11. Here's my 11. 2 plus 3 is 3. 2 plus 2 is 4. I have 431,925, just like in my question. So that means that I got it correct. So, and that's our review. That's all of EMA review. I will have more time for you guys tomorrow to help finish it. And yeah, sorry it took so long.